All right, well, welcome. Happy New Year's, everybody, on this beautiful January 2nd. I'm Mark Davis. I'm here with Mark Farinella, local legend. We're here at Foxboro High School for tonight's matchup, pitting the Foxboro Warriors versus the Walpole Rebels. Foxboro coming in 4-0, and Walpole coming in at 3-2 record. Mark, I think you've done a little bit of scouting on Walpole. There wasn't much that I could see early on. And we're going to be standing for the national anthem. Beautiful rendition of the national anthem. Always like seeing the Foxboro students participate in the national anthem. So as we were talking about, Mark, I know you did a little bit of scouting on Walpole. It was hard to find some information on them in some of the websites, but I know you did a good job of getting some information.
Well, thanks a lot, Mark. And first of all, I just want to thank you and the folks here at Foxboro Cable Access for letting me participate in this. Foxboro and Walpole have a very warm spot in my heart from many years back. This was one of the greatest rivalries in Division II South for many years in the 1980s. Great basketball that was played in the tournament. This Walpole team, as you said, comes in at 3-2. They lost their first two games and have come on strong ever since. They won the Rivard Classic at Oliver Ames by beating Brockton and Needham, and Needham was a game that they had lost to them earlier in the regular season.
So Yara Fawaz with the tip, gets it over to Lizzie Davis, dribbles it off a foot.
Walpole's averaging 46.6 points a game and allowing 42, which is not exactly what the Foxboro Warriors are doing. The Warriors are averaging 71.5 per game and allowing just 43.0.
Yeah, Foxboro's done a really good job offensively and defensively. Foxboro's always known to be a good defensive team. Right away, Lisa's got the girls in the man-to-man defense. Wild shot there, but good rebound by Walpole. Looked like number 21, Jill White, one of the co-captains, with the rebound and the two shots. And Jill misses the first one on the back of the rim.
Well, White's one of their three best players. The kid to watch for, though, is going to be number 15, Sydney Scales. She's a junior. She was probably the MVP of that tournament at Oliver Ames.
And misses both foul shots.
She had 28 points in the two games. She's a three-sport star, and as a junior, she's already a verbal commit to Boston College for lacrosse.
That's impressive. I heard she was a very good lacrosse player. So Abby Hessman with the ball over to Chelsea, looking for the three, but passes it over Lizzie Davis at the top of the key. So looking to get the ball inside a little bit to Yara, and then we get down about 7 seconds. Chelsea with the three-pointer, goes wide. So Walpole with good defense to start off, but Foxboro going full court, man-to-man, woman-to-woman press here.
You know, it's funny. I think they could allow you to say man-to-man on that. I think that's a basketball term, not a gender reference.
I was going to say, Mark, you never know nowadays.
Oh, I know what you're saying.
Oh, nice steal by Yara Fawaz. Looks like she might be going coast to coast and makes a shot.
There's a kid who's made a difference for the Warriors and getting the opportunity to play more this year. She's averaging 10.3 points a game coming into this contest.
Yeah, Yara's big contribution. She definitely can score some points, but I know they rely on her defensively and rebounding. Nice block there. Also, looks like a offensive foul. Lizzie Davis takes the charge there.
Good job of taking that charge.
So Chelsea Gibbons gets the inbound, looks like she's going to be going coast to coast with the left-handed and up and in. Nice play by Chelsea Gibbons.
Chelsea's one of the few kids who really are back from last year's team that contributed in a high level. Obviously, Abby Hassman was a starter. Obviously, what a great team that was last year, and how great is it to see them coming back strong despite their graduation losses.
Oh, absolutely. Nice pass. Yara Farraz with a rebound. That shot was by Emily Lund, number 24. So Foxboro trying to do a little fast pace. Once they get the ball, they're trying to run up the court, getting the ball over to Lizzie. Lisa Downs calling out the play. A little miscommunication there, so another turnover for Foxboro.
Be interesting to see if Walpole can continue to get back on defense the way they're doing, because, as you know, Foxboro does like to play a fast-paced game. They want to create turnovers and score in transition. Certainly, if a team that can disrupt that can maybe put a little bit of a crimp into what they're trying to do out there.
And if the full court pressure gets a turnover right back, so Yara Farraz, again, right there, you're wreaking havoc down in the corner. So I know, talking to my daughter Lizzie, she was saying that Lisa's going to have probably Lizzie and Caitlin Mollica will be shadowing Sydney Scales, as you were mentioning, Mark. So they want to put some of the better defensive and quick guards on Scales just to make sure she doesn't get a clean shot, which I'm sure Walpole will be doing the same thing to Mollica, as you can see right now. Elizabeth Roach kind of covering Mollica.
Well, nobody's really been able to stop Caitlin so far this year, so we'll see how lucky they are at it.
Abby with the drive, dishes out to Mollica, step back. Doesn't get the roll. Walpole looking to transition. Oh, and he definitely got a foul there. Nope. So that one's on Davis, on Liz.
Almost thought he had to replay that in his head before he called it.
So here's a replay of Yara jumping in front of the passing lane. Gets it. Mollica running a little interference on the way down. So Yara gets a nice clean look at the basket for two.
That's the one thing about these Warriors. They are very athletic out there. They like to run. They can run all day.
Absolutely. And then you'll see some unforced turnovers like that. Good defense. And so, Mark, if you want to take this one, here's Chelsea Gibbons coming down the left with the left-handed layup.
Chelsea's a kid that I really think has come back strong from last year, too. I mean, she got some very good minutes last year. She looks a little bit stronger out there on the court than the few times I've seen her already.
So Walpole in a man-to-man as well. Trying to get the ball over to Mollica. Well, trying to make a nice play. They're trying to get it off of the Walpole defender with the clock running down, but it looked like it deflected off of the Walpole and then hit Liz on the way out.
We'll see if Foxboro can kind of break out of this little early struggle with the man-to-man. I think they'll be okay with it, though. They certainly have the depth.
Oh, Yara Farraz with a beautiful pickpocket right there. Going down and makes the layup.
She's already making a big impact in this game.
Yeah, I know some of the games this year, Foxboro's, other than the Mansfield game, Foxboro's really controlled the tempo of the games, but they've started slow in a couple of them. Oh, nice shot there by Sydney Scales. So here's a replay. Yara looking at the ball.
Nice slap.
Beautiful slap, Stale.
Beautiful slap. And
Yara
look at that strong drive.
Right there.
And good point on the glass, too.
Yep.
That's where you want to put it.
So Scales misses the first of a two-shot foul.
We've got 4:16 left in this quarter, and the Rebels have yet to crack that scoreboard. They haven't got on it yet. And they just did.
There we go. So you'll see occasionally they'll rotate, whether it's Mollica or Davis bringing the ball up.
thing I like about Malika is that she's not just a shooter. She's looking to get the ball to the better shot.
Yeah.
But oftentimes, she's got the best shot.
Right. Liz Davis with the 3. A little wide. Off the glass and off the backboard. Off the rim. The shot clock was winding down into the middle. Down 21 with a wild shot there. Abby Hassman with a great rebound. Malika, running. Checking the court out. Looking for her shot. Lisa calling out the play.
Warriors don't seem to be moving as well without the ball right now as perhaps they can.
Oh, good box out 24. Emily Lund. Scales with a nice move. Misses the layup though.
That was nice in everything except putting the ball in the hole.
Couldn't get
that was
finish.
A nice drive.
Chelsea with the 3 and drains it.
Nice look, nice shot.
Again, full court press. Three-point shot by number 23. It's off the mark. Chelsea with a great box out and great rebound over to Malika now. Looking to drive.
This is what they want to get in transition.
Caitlin takes a deep 3. No good, but for Wires with the rebound, Abby Hassman tapped a little bit. Yara with a nice strong move. The foul on number 21, Jill White.
Hassman did a great job of keeping that possession alive for the Warriors, tapping it over to Yara.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. I'll get her name right at some point, I
you
promise.
You got it, Yara. Yeah. So Yara with, I believe, 2 shots.
It's easier when you're writing the names.
So here's the replay coming off the front of the rim. Abby knocks it, tips it back to Yara.
Yep.
Who then dribbles right in. Almost got the 2. And Yara hits the second. So 2:24 left. Foxboro with a 10-1 lead over Walpole. And I get Jordan Collins is now checked in. So Jordan is in for Lizzie. So again, Jordan's got phenomenal speed. So they're gonna, keep throwing the fast girls at Scales, whether it's Lizzie, Jordan, Caitlin. Try to get Scales, off her game a little bit. And again, we only have the 1 point for Walpole. So far the defense of Lizzie and then Caitlin and now Jordan has been working so far.
Ooh, that was a nice look. But Foxboro's doing a great job of keeping them from continuing a penetration.
Also in for Foxborough, I didn't see the substitution, but Abby Hassman is out. Shakira Katanta's in now, and Shakira gives a nice presence down low. She's been doing a great job rebounding, blocking shots, and she's got a nice little jump shot.
Warrior ball.
That was one thing I know last year when Shannon went down. They lost a little bit of that inside presence, and Shakira definitely gives them a little bit of that presence and that attitude down low.
Well, it looks to me like Lisa can use a few more people out there than she did during the tournament run last year. The kids that played so much last year put so many minutes on their docket that I think it's nice to have a little bit more depth off your bench.
Absolutely. Caitlin still looking for that shot. Nice pass to Fawaz. Down low to Shakira. Nice play by Malika. Try to stop that, but Ainsley Dundon with a 2. And we have the Walpole parents over our left shoulder, so we'll definitely be hearing them, cheering on their team.
Well, we got 1 minute and 12 seconds left so far in this first quarter, and I think if I were Lisa Downs, and fortunately I'm not, for her sake, I'd be kind of happy with the 10-3 lead, even though I don't think she's very happy with the way the offense is going right now. Walpole's doing a good job of forcing them into the half court, and the penetrations just aren't there right now. So if say Caitlin heats up from outside, gets a couple of those, pulls the defense out to her a little bit, that's going to open up things inside.
Absolutely.
But it hasn't happened yet. Still, they're up 10-3. and that's not a bad place to be.
I know some of the games this year too. We've seen, you know, when some of the other girls, like if Abby starts hitting her shot, or Yara gets a few points, or Lizzie hits her shot, then the other team has to back off Malika a little bit, because then they have to respect the other girls who are shooting and scoring points. And that's what's happened, and then that frees up Malika, you know, to find those open shots. She's been contested pretty much every time down the floor.
And she's not on the scoreboard. She's not on my scorebook yet. I mean, it's Yawa and Chelsea Gibbons with 5 apiece so far. The one thing that I like about Caitlin too is that she's kind of filling that role of the scoring point guard that Foxboro had for the last couple of years, and something that they kind of like to have. I mean, a lot of point guards don't score.
Right. Yeah. So we were trying to get the ball down to Shakira there, number 24, Emily Lund, doing a good job defensively. So again, full court press, looking to go deep, but Foxboro steals the ball on the inbounds. Yara Fawaz right there, gets it back to Malika, who drives, gets fouled. That's the other thing. That's the other big part of her game is she's a deadly sharpshooter from outside, but she drives to the hoop very, very well. It's you know, she's got that Ashley Sampson in her that she looks to drive to the hoop, and she's got that good first step.
Very good first step. I was just going to say that.
She's been spot on from the foul line all year long, even last year.
Gets 2 of them here. She was well over 90% coming into this game, so.
Yeah, Walpole definitely wants to get the ball in Scales' hands. Good defense there by Chelsea Gibbons and Jordan Collins. Nice, Shakira getting her hand in the way. Nice block by Jordan Collins.
That ball almost went in still.
Yeah, it did. Yeah, you can see though. I don't know. Taking the half-court shot. Fawaz, it hits it!
That's a great shot.
Yara Fawaz at the buzzer.
Wow.
Oh man, we have got to see that one again.
Fabulous shot.
Fawaz, here we go, getting the rebound. Yara doing it herself in this first half, and all of a sudden, right at the half-court mark, lets it fly. Bingo.
What's that got to be? At least 40 feet, right? Wow.
And she's like, ain't no thing right there. She's just looking at that saying, yep, just like we drew it up in practice. So that was a you know, good display there. You know, Yara on the boards, getting the board. You know, the team and the coaches being cognizant of the time. Yara getting enough, you know, steam to get up half court and release that shot.
And you know, the funny thing is, I as she was coming up the court, I said, I don't really know if they had the feeling that they were so short on time. Obviously, she knew. and you know, took the one little jump step that she had to take, and what a nice release. I mean, that wasn't even really a heave; that was a shot.
Yeah. So it was good after one. So we have a 15-3 lead here by Foxboro. So here we go, seeing the clock in the background, about 3.2 seconds left. Yara takes a couple of steps there, launches it. Boom.
Beautiful.
Yeah, Happy New Year to Yara. That is, you know, on one of those.
Yeah, she accounted for 8 of those 15 points for Foxboro in the first quarter. Good start for her.
Yep, so Gibbons getting the ball into Abby Hasman, doing a good job coming to get that ball. So you get Gibbons up at the top now as the point guard. I think they're trying to get it over to Malika.
Yeah, they probably want to try to free her up a little bit more.
Abby with a nice drive.
Ooh, it was nice. But
a little hard off the glass there, but it was a good drive. And Scales with the ball.
The opportunities are now getting to get inside her there.
So it's a short shot. Malika gets the rebound. Scales is definitely going to get tied if they don't give her a rest pretty soon. Yara feeling it. A little long. Walpole with the rebound. And they're trying to run. Got away with a carry there, but
Good job of getting back by the Warriors, though.
Yeah, their transition defense is pretty good that they're so quick that they can get back pretty quickly. Oh, Yarfawaz almost with the steal. 23 with the shot, a little long. Another ball blocked by Abby Hassman, and it's going to be Foxboro ball.
I'll tell you one thing. These kids, you know, they have such a good basketball IQ that you don't see them hacking or flailing at things like that. They're legitimately, exactly. The poise of these kids is something that's impressed me for quite a few years.
Yeah. So substitutions here. We got, I think, Anita Buzniak, number 25, is in for Yara Fawaz. Abby Hassman takes it to the hole and gets the foul as well.
Good drive. Excellent drive.
So Buzniak in for Fawaz and Lizzie Davis in for Jordan Collins. So great move there by Abby Hassman. So here's a foul. So Abby fakes a shot.
Look at a strong drive. She looked to see if there was anybody any better, but she knew that she had that drive if there wasn't a better shot in front of her.
Rolls in and out. And is Margaret Hassman watching anxiously. Number 12 with the deep shot. Abby Hassman with a great rebound. Transition. Oh, almost. Liz Davis looking for Anita Buzniak. Almost had it there. Buzniak brings a real high intensity, real high motor to the squad.
Oh, I don't know why she didn't take that shot.
Yeah. Oh, another good defense there by Lizzie to bump her a little bit.
Hate it when the tall girls give up the shots.
Yeah. Malika drives. No good. So they're looking. It's Foxboro ball. So a little haphazard there on both sides. You know, they're trying to break out and move quick. You know, I think Lisa probably wants them to settle down a little bit, see if they can find a good shot.
Obviously, I think they want to pick up the pace a little bit more, and if they get caught in the half court, because Walpole's shown they have the athleticism to get back, they're going to have to pay a little bit more attention to getting things done in the half court right now.
So inbound was off of Abby Hassman, so it's now Walpole ball. So Chelsea and Liz are double teaming Scales.
Oop.
Oh.
Surprised there wasn't a call there.
Yeah.
Usually when you slide.
Yeah, they usually will get the travel on that one.
Yeah.
So we get 5 fouls on Foxboro right now. It looks like 5 by the clock and 4 for for Walpole. So we're not in foul trouble yet here, but oh no! I thought that was a good block. They're going to call a foul on Davis. Thought she got ball there, but I think that's her second.
Sometimes you never really know what you're going to get in a game. Sometimes sometimes they take the drive away from you, and sometimes they allow you to finish the drive. You just never know from one game to the next.
Yeah, it looks like I haven't seen. So Scales with the foul shot. So here's the foul. So Lizzie playing good defense did. Bodied her a little bit. Oh, and then Abby came in with the block. But they must have called Liz on the body. So it looks like Scales is really trying to drive to the basket. I haven't really misses the second shot. Buzniak with a rebound. And turnover. So long three, no good. Nice rebound. Oh, but Yara Fawaz with the rebound there.
And she got a foul out of it.
So Jill White with the foul.
Yep.
I think that might be her second. That's her third. So here's the replay. So Abby Hassman boxing out. White trying to get it, but Fawaz just goes in there and steals it from her. And then White comes out right from behind her.
That's a big hit for them. She's one of their more experienced players, a senior, and they do have a lot of juniors on this Walpole team.
Malika with the shot. Deep for a three.
There we go.
So that's her, patented step back. He gives it a little jab step and then steps back. Oh, she traveled. They didn't call it. She took a step. Oh, nice rebound by Hassman over to Malika.
I think the Rebels missed quite a few bunnies here.
Oh, nice. And Chelsea with the follow. Oh, beautiful passing there.
Absolutely.
By Foxboro. He had Malika over to Buzniak, and Buzniak looking forgiven. So here's the replay now. So gets the rebound. Malika just throws it down. Buzniak with a quick touch pass. Boom. Right over to Chelsea.
And a very good job of getting that ball high off the glass where you want it to drop right in.
Yeah, it looks like
so many kids these days I've seen just throwing the ball as soon as they get it. They just throw it somewhere at the backboard. Obviously, Chelsea knew where she was going on that one.
Yep. So yeah, here's Malika. So dribbling, eyeing up her opponent. Just, you know, gets her to go back up a little bit. Deadly from 3. Nothing but net right there.
You know, Malika really was quite a story last year. Coming off the bench, averaging 10.7 a game in the Warriors championship run last year. I did a little research, went back into some of my old records, and as far as I could tell, only 2 other freshman players for Foxboro in the last, I would say, 35 to 40 years averaged in double figures as freshmen. Obviously, Sarah Bain at 17.4 as a freshman. Jen Brown at 17.1 as a freshman. Ashley Sampson averaged 8 points a game as a freshman, and Heather Morgan 7.1. Caitlin Malika 10.7 puts her at the 3rd best.
Oh, wow.
As far as I can tell.
Yeah. And that's why you're here, Mark. We're pulling out the knowledge, dropping knowledge on the audience. I love it. Yeah, Sarah Bain, I mean, class all by herself right there. She was
best player I've ever seen. No question about it.
Walpole keeps launching threes, but they are not hitting them.
You mentioned that, though, and I'll just give you a quick little thing. 4 straight years in the 80s, these teams played late in the tournament, and there was only 1 win by Foxboro in that. That was in 1988, and I'll talk about it after this play.
Well, Scales drives, gets the hoop.
That game was a wild one at Massasoit. Unfortunately, I couldn't remember the final score, but I do remember it was a complete shootout between Sarah Bain and Walpole's Megan Sullivan. 2 great players, just back and forth, up and down the court. The big difference was 20 points by Foxboro senior center Holly Grinnell, and that was Foxboro's only win. And in fact, in the next game at the Boston Garden, the old Garden, Holly Grinnell went over 1,000 points. Unfortunately, Foxboro was beaten by Wakefield in that game. But Holly got her 1,000th in that game.
Well, Yara getting bumped under there by Scales, but they didn't call it. But Fawaz gets some very good speed. Gets back to disturb the fast break at 23. Ainsley Dundon. So Fawaz, you can see the determination on her face. She's like, I'm not going to. And then Anita Buzniak gets in there too.
Surprised there wasn't a little bit of a bump there. Did it go? But. Well, we have a dead spot.
No, yeah. A little sloppy here in the about 4 minutes left in the first half. So you know, Scales usually, she hasn't really been shooting a jump shot. She's been driving and dishing. As I say that she takes a jump shot.
Well, right now,
misses it.
Foxboro's kind of forcing her to be almost all of Walpole's offense. I mean, they're covering everybody else.
Yep. About 3.5 minutes here. Foxboro with a 22-6 lead. Aston with the fake. Back to Fawaz, top of the key. Hits it.
I really do like this team. It's unselfish, not trying to force things up. It's all in the flow of the offense.
A little push off there, Walpole. The ref right there didn't call it.
I saw that.
You can get away with it if you don't extend, I guess, but she definitely extended there. She pushed Fawaz
like
a little bit.
There was a pretty good shove with the forearm there.
That was like what Grant does, you know, to clear his way. So Foxboro, Abby takes a deep shot off the side. No good. 23 with a rebound. Dundon, she's definitely grabbing those boards. Getting the ball right up to Scales. Drive and dish. So on the replay, here we go. So here's Abby driving.
Good lookout.
Yep. Yara lines it up.
Facing the basket, perfect.
So Scales going back to the foul line for, I think it's 2. Might be a 1-on-1 here. Yep. 1-on-1. So Scales with 5 points right now. 3 of them courtesy of the foul line. Make it 4. So 4 of her 6 points from the foul line. So she's not hitting her outside shot, but she's driving the lane and trying to get that contact.
No, she needs a little help from her teammates right now.
Oh, the Walpole parents do not like that call. Shakira got the ball down low to Shakira. Emily Lund called for the foul, called for the shove. No shooting. So that puts Walpole at six fouls. 1 more, and then it'll be 1-1. A turnover coming in.
Walpole's doing a pretty good job in the half-court set.
Scales with a nice shot there.
I don't want her.
Yeah, don't want her getting heating up.
Exactly.
Well, it looks like Lisa's going to call a timeout here. You know, Foxboro having a tough time getting the ball in. It looked like there was a little body contact there, but so here's Scales, you know, dribbling around, take their eyes off of her. It was a 2. Nothing but net. Like you said, Mark, you don't want her starting to start to heat up outside. But
still, you know, Foxboro with a fairly good lead, but I think they really want to clean things up a little bit when they, especially if they're getting caught in the half court right now. But you've got things that just haven't even really clicked in this game yet, and I think, you know, you'll see Malika probably throwing another 5 or 6 baskets before too long. Right now, I think Walpole is doing a very good job of getting back defensively.
Yep.
And in the half court, you know, that can be a little troublesome. They've got a little bit more height. They can throw some arms up there, and maybe a great example was Abby's pass out on that play. She knew that she was being covered by somebody.
Yep.
And the whole plan was obviously get the ball back out to someone with a better shot, and that's exactly what she did. So,
like I said, this is a very unselfish team. I mean, Lisa preaches that. You know, it's all about, you know, getting that open shot, finding the person that's open. And Foxborough's done a great job so far this year. And this is a good test for them, though, because, you know, Walpole's going to be a tough team, athletically, you know, and so this is going to definitely be a good test early in the season.
Especially too, Foxborough's had a little bit of a layoff here.
Yeah, Foxboro had that big game on Saturday versus Hopkinton, the rematch of the state finals, and you know, won by 40. So, but Hopkinton, you know, they lost quite a few players. They had a very young team. We're looking at the roster. Nice pass down to Shakira.
Very nice. Good look.
That's where Shakira is going to be very helpful to this team. You know, when she gets fronted like that, they can kind of lob the ball over to her, and she does have a nice soft presence down low. Scales with a nice move, nice dribble, nice pass, and 23 with the bucket, Dundon.
I think Scales is starting to get in the flow of the game, and what she's hoping is that it'll bring other players in with her.
Jordan Collins with the steal, gets the layup and in.
Very, very smart play. Get conscious of where the ball was and where you were.
Scales driving, looking. Wild shot, but it almost falls. Jordan Collins with the rebound. I think Scales trying to do a little too much here. I think that you know, it was a good drive. She just didn't finish. Good defense on Malika trying to go baseline. We have 15 on the shot clock. Chelsea looking for Shakira down low. Trying to get it down to Shakira. Oh, and the ill-advised pass there. Malika with a nice little defensive play. And Jordan Collins with the rebound. Going to go coast to coast. Gets it over to Shakira. Beautiful pass.
Terrific play. She saw with it. That's where you go. You go to the open person.
Great play by Jordan and Shakira. So we got about 16 seconds left. So, you know, Scales is going to probably try to drive and dish or just try to drive. She's looking at the clock.
That's how good Foxboro is in transition, too.
Takes the 3 deep. In and out. It just has not fallen for her. Malika takes half-court shot. Can we have a repeat? No. I thought maybe Malika might have repeated what Yara did at the half at the end of the first quarter. But, you know, so here's Shakira. Jordan Collins going right down. Beautiful play over to Shakira, who's right there for the layup.
And that is the whole point of transition basketball. Get somebody going with you down the court, and if they have the better shot, you give it to them for that shot. And the result is a very nice lead for the Warriors, and what I would say is maybe not the best half of basketball they've played so far this year.
Yeah, it was a little sloppy. We have a 30-12 lead, so I mean you do have an 18-point lead at half. I know Lisa's going to want to probably make a few adjustments. They've done a great job. Walpole's done a great job on Malika. She's got 5 points at the half. So they've done a real good job focusing on it. But Yara has stepped up, with her points, and we're getting contributions from everybody. I know,
and some points off the bench too, which is important.
Yeah, I mean Shakira's got 4.
Yep.
Chelsea right now has got 7, and I know defensively. In the second quarter, Scale started heating up a little bit, but Lizzie Davis and Kayla Malkin have been doing a very good job on her in that first quarter, not to let her, drive and score. So defensively, I think they've done a pretty good job shutting down Walpole. As we can see, 12 points in the first half. So, we'll see what happens in the second half. 30 points, it's pretty good. It's below obviously their average. I know they've been averaging around 71. But you might see a little bit more of an offensive explosion in the second half.
I think it's a little bit of a feeling out process too. I mean, they probably looked at Walpole. Walpole saw some taller kids out there. We did see some struggles in the half court early. Once they've made some adjustments and able to get their running game going, I think Foxboro should feel a lot better about where they are at this stage of the game. The main thing is just keeping the momentum up. As you know, Mark, the best thing you want right now, come out and have a strong start to the second half. Get 3 or 4 baskets in a row, and you can pretty much, I won't say coast the rest of the way. The 3-point basket does make a difference, and it looks like Scales can shoot that if she gets the opportunity. But if you can get that edge again, you've already got a nice lead at halftime. If you can get a good start to the second half, you put yourself in the driver's seat the rest of the way.
Absolutely. So we'll take a break. It's halftime with Foxboro with a 30-12 lead. And we'll see you shortly for the second half. All right, well, welcome back for the second half of the Foxboro Warriors versus the Walpole Rebels. As Mark and I mentioned before, we have a 30-12 lead for Foxboro. I think Lisa coming into the second half, probably making a few adjustments, trying to maybe get Caitlin a little bit more, a couple more looks, open looks. And I think they'll continue to keep that defensive pressure on Scales.
Well, right now, Mark, Sydney Scales has 8 of the 12 points, and Ainsley Dundon has the other 4. So they need some more help in the scoring department for them to get back into this contest. Yara Fawaz, 10 points to lead the Warriors. Nice job. Chelsea Gibbons has 7. Kayla Malika has 5 right now, and they have an 18-point lead, and they have only 5 points out of their leading scorer, a kid who's averaging 21.5 a game. So that's not a bad place to be.
No, absolutely not. And I know, I think that as they go right in and hits the 2 points. So, Walpole's shots did not fall. They were not falling in the first half. So you got to be aware that this game would be a lot closer if some of those shots did fall early on for them.
Now, what we talked about off the air is that you want to see a team come out and have a good start. And Walpole's already fired the first salvo. Let's see if Foxboro can counter.
Chelsea Gibbons with a 3, no good. Looks like big breakdown here for Walpole. Oh, Yara Fawaz getting back on defense. Good hustle play.
Good job, because that was shaping up as a potential open outside shot there for them. Obviously, Walpole has come out here with a little bit of a passion.
And they say that it's Foxboro's ball, so the Walpole parents getting very upset about that call, thinking that it was off of Foxboro.
I'd have to see that one again myself, to be honest.
I thought it was off of Foxboro. I understand that their passion, why they thought so. Nice backdoor pass to Malika with trying to do the reverse. Abby Hassman trying to get in there.
Not in the right place to release that shot.
Definitely looking to try to get Malika down on isolation, down on the baseline.
I'm sure she'll hit plenty of those, though, coming in the future. Jill White with the drive, and she's in foul trouble, too. She's got 3.
So 4 points to start the second half, possibly 5 with the foul shot for Jill White. The foul was on Chelsea Gibbons, her second. So Walpole coming out with a little bit more passion in this third quarter.
Well, they whittled the lead down to 13. Foxboro's lead is now 13. Foxboro wants to stop this run before it gets to be much more.
Abby Hassman getting it back to Chelsea. Fakes the shot. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Abby Hassman going to drive. And rebound. Walpole coaches behind us. I'm sorry, parents. Yeah, you can hear them calling out. Oh, there's a travel right there.
No, it was close.
Scales looking to go cross court there. Trying to get the ball in bounds. Nice play by Abby Hassman.
Yep.
Dara Frost takes the ball, looks up to Malika up the court. Caitlin steps back off the rim. Lizzie Davis with a rebound. Gets it over to Hassman. And the ball rolls in and out.
Great opportunities. Looks like
Scales gets the ball looking to drive middle. Puts up a hurried shot. So frenetic pace here to start, but again, a little sloppy on both sides of the ball here.
Well, you know, there were a couple of really nice opportunities and by the Warriors. I like what they're doing. Obviously, Walpole is trying to get back faster, really trying to disrupt things in the Foxboro half court again. I think the Warriors are being a little bit more aggressive at attacking it. We'll see if they can just get the ball in the basket a little bit more.
Hassman looking to drive. Makes a nice move around for, and misses the layup.
She was almost too open.
Yeah. Dundon brought the ball.
Paige Brooks with the lay-in.
So timeout for Lisa. As Walpole on a 7-0 run here to start the third quarter. So now it's 30-19. So they're chipping away here.
Well, a good timeout by Lisa because she definitely wants to make sure her Warriors are a little bit more precise in what they do when they have the ball. They're going to have to counter somehow Walpole's ability to get down the court fast, because this is one thing I'm really kind of impressed by, the fact that they do get back down on defense. I don't think they're as poised offensively when they are on the fast break, but they've come out strong here in the second half. And, you know, like I said, we talked about that. The team that gets a good start to the second half gives themselves a boost. Now, obviously, Walpole had a long way to come back.
Yeah.
But they've already cut it down to an 11-point bulge here. The Warriors haven't scored in the first almost 3 minutes of play, so they want to get that basket in.
Yeah, we need to see a good play here. You know, get some confidence going. Get a good look, good shot. It'd be nice if Malika can drain the three, or someone can drain the three here. But you got to get some points up on the board to stop this Walpole run. A little confusion in the backcourt here. They're doing a good job here defensively. Full court press.
You know, I just got back from a tournament in Connecticut where they don't have the 30-second clock, but they do have the 10-second half-court rule. Foxboro would have been a little bit close to a turnover if that rule is in effect in Massachusetts.
5 seconds left. Lizzie Davis trying to drive, gets it back to Chelsea. Got to put it up. And it hits!
What a shot.
And it's a three!
Nice job, Chelsea Gibbons.
Runner there. So now, nice move by Scales there, but a little hard off the glass. Malika off to the races, but 3 Walpole Rebels back. Malika stops for a three and hits a three!
Chelsea kind of opened the door, and now Caitlin responds as well. Foxboro needed to blunt that little run by Walpole, and I think they've done a pretty good job of it.
Just like that, 2 3-pointers, 6 points. Good defense here. They're shadowing Scales there, and they got a foul underneath, I think, on Hassman. I think that might be So here's Lizzie Davis over to Chelsea.
Boy, look at this one.
Chelsea just launches it up off the glass. Got to call that one for it to count.
That brings her up to 10 points.
Oh, just get an easy shot there. But Fawaz with a nice little rebound there. Lizzie Davis going up the court. Was looking for Malika. Yeah,
well,
and a foul. Yeah.
That was a nice steal underneath by Scales, and really was in a great position to force a foul from a defender, and she did.
I think that's 3 on Davis right now.
I believe you're correct. That's the only real foul trouble Foxborough has at this point.
Oh, he let Scales go right by him. So, first points for Scales, and the Lizzie Davis looking to go deep to Hashman, a little too long. It's going to be Walpole ball.
You're going to see a lot of turnovers on transition opportunities. That's part of the game. You try to force the ball up as fast as you can. Sometimes it's beyond the reach, but if you keep getting those opportunities, I've always said I see a team that throws in, has 70 shot opportunities, say, oh my goodness, their shooting percentage may not be that good, but they had that many opportunities, and if you can make most of them, you're in good shape.
Oh, trying to get the ball down low. Oh, boy, they're. So Lisa has one of her fastest teams out here right now. I think she's trying to do that to counteract Scales trying to get up the court. So two shots for Jill White, who was 1 for 3 from the line tonight. Rattles one in. She already has 4 points in this quarter. So she's starting to show her presence.
And playing with 3 fouls, so.
And hits the second.
I could see the Warriors trying to challenge her offensively, though.
Yep. So Shakira Katarn coming in for Liz Davis. Steele on the inbound pass over to Scales. Shot's a little wild, but getting the rebounds and one. Oh. So Foxborough definitely looks out of sorts right now. Some unforced turnovers here from some sloppy play.
Yeah, I think Walpole's really done a good job of stoking up their intensity a bit, and I think Foxborough's still trying to contest it a little bit.
So if you look so far in the third quarter, Foxborough has 5 fouls, Walpole has none. So there's definitely a disparity there, but that's because of, again, like what you said, Mark, Walpole's intensity. But they got one there.
Yep.
Oh. And that is on White. So that's going to be White's 4th foul.
That's 4, and that's what you want.
So that's a huge foul.
That takes their largest kid out of the lineup right now.
So good job by Shakira right there. It's bumping a little bit here. They're doing a good job defensively. They're definitely making Malika work tonight. This defense is real good. They are quick.
They do have some quickness to them. Malika's not getting the easy open shots that she often gets.
Chelsea Gibbons with a nice move with the lefty. Shakira with the rebound, gets it over to Fawaz, who puts it up and gets fouled.
Nice job.
So good rebound there by Shakira and Fawaz.
Smart job by Fawaz to get out of that position. She wasn't in a good position to put the ball up, so she took the step along the baseline, got the ball into what could have been a turnaround jumper, but did get the foul.
So here's a replay of the rebound. So there's Shakira in there to tip in the ball. Fawaz gets the ball, drives around, and then gets hit on the arm by Lund. And Yarrow with the second shot hits the second one.
Very good job of hitting that second one. The first one was a little discouraging.
Yeah. So you got to look for Scales at the top of the. Oh.
I think Foxborough is just a little bit afraid to just relax.
Yeah. Oh, in and out.
No,
and Scales with the foul. She doesn't like that call.
Well, she had her arms all up in there, so.
I think that's only her first foul.
Yeah,
so.
No, she's done a good job of staying out of foul trouble for someone who's having to be as aggressive as she is offensively and defensively.
So they got to get Malika the ball here because they're having a real hard time getting the ball in bounds. Chelsea brings it up. Trying to settle down the offense right now. Malika at the top of the key, directing traffic. Trying to get the ball down to Shakira down low. Fawaz gets it over to Gibbons, who hits the 3! Big 3 by Chelsea. That's 2 this quarter.
Boy, she's got the range, huh?
Yeah, she's feeling it. Keep feeding her. Oh, nice play by Fawaz to steal it away. Gibbons bringing the ball up the court now. Looking to go, drive the lane, gets it out to Fawaz, who fakes it. Gets it over to Collins.
No, really
Gibbons feeling it, a little off center there. The Walpole faithful really upset that they're not calling 3 seconds here. Scales trying to drive dishes. 3-pointer no good.
And fouled.
Number 24, Lund. There's a replay on Chelsea. So there's Fawaz getting the ball over to Chelsea. Chelsea feeling it, saying, hey, this one's easy. Can of corn.
She's really come back very improved from last year. And,
Absolutely.
Obviously made the nice step up from one year to next. She got a lot of minutes last year, but, she's made that progress that you expect a kid to make between the seasons.
So that was a nice pass from Malika to Collins. Beautiful pass. So Lund ended up with that foul for Walpole. That's her third. So you got White with 4 and Lund with 3. So some of the bigger players, that might hurt them down the stretch. Foxboro in a 2-3 defense right now. Keeping an eye on Scales at the top of the three-pointer. Wild shot there.
Yeah, right now they've been cut down to size.
Oh, Chelsea Gibbons throws one away. Scales makes a beautiful play. Wild shot. Gibbons
she
gets
obviously.
the ball. Oh, no foul there? Wow.
I'll tell you one thing, Scales has confidence in what she does out there.
Oh, traveling. Boy, they're letting a lot get away here.
Yeah, it's getting a little hectic out there.
Lisa's getting real frustrated right now.
Which has always been one of the great joys of covering a Foxboro game, is to see how animated Lisa is on the sidelines. Coaches are awfully quiet compared to the days when I was in high school. Lisa has a little bit of that fire.
Yeah, Foxboro looks out of sort here with their passing. Nice pass down low to Collins. Scales got a hand in there.
Yep.
Nice move by Scales. Oh, drills Shakira right in the face.
She was out of control on that drive, and she was in control until she hit the paint.
A wild shot.
Yeah,
didn't hit the rim, so the 24-second clock does not reset. I mean, the 30-second clock does not reset. Scales hits the 3.
Wow.
They're doing a great job on the inbounding, but it was definitely, I think there was a few things down there, a few travels, and you got to shoot the ball. Nice pass.
Right there.
Oh, beautiful look by Jordan Collins over to get to Yara Fawaz to get the final two points of the quarter. Even with, the run that Walpole made early, we're going to do a little replay here. So here's Jordan Collins holding up perfectly. Yara makes a run to the basket. Lays it up at the end with no time left. Even with the run that Walpole had and the way that they came out strong, they only made up 1 point. It's 44-27 heading into the fourth quarter. Now, it was a little bit sloppy on both ends. Walpole came out big, but, Chelsea hit a couple of big three-pointers. Caitlin hit a dagger over a three-pointer.
I was just going to mention that. I mean, those threes really kind of, I would say, saved Foxboro's bacon a little bit in this quarter, because, the intensity level changed a lot all of a sudden, and Foxboro did enough to stave them off. I don't think with Walpole having as much foul trouble as they have, especially among their bigger girls right now, they are going to be a little bit more hard-pressed to take any more of this lead off. But Foxboro has to execute, and they have to stick to what they're doing right.
Yeah, you're going to see a heavy dosage of Scales here in this fourth quarter. But she may not be doing the shooting, but she's going to be driving and dishing, and the other girls have to hit their shots if they want to make a comeback here. So 17-point lead here heading into the fourth quarter. Cross-court pass, that's going to be tough to do against this Walpole defense.
I know she's playing for the other team, but you gotta respect Scales out there. She is definitely Walpole's best player, and she's doing everything she can. I don't think she has enough help out there, and that's why they are 3-2 coming into this game probably. But she's definitely feeling this, doing what she has to do.
Oh, looks like he called an offensive foul on Catant there. Maybe she lowered the shoulder. Yeah, but Walpole is on a 3-game winning streak. So, like you said early on, Mark, they started off the season 0-2, but they've won their last 3 games. So they came in with some confidence. Nice move there by number 20.
Griffin. Natalie Griffin makes the drive.
First points in the fourth quarter. Malika steps back. Had a long three.
Just a little bit off on her shot. She hasn't seen the shot enough.
Yeah. Now Walpole launches a three long. Gibbons with the rebound.
I think Walpole's trying to take that approach right now. As the more shots they can get up, maybe they'll get a couple of them. But
yeah.
I don't see it as being enough to get back into this game. As long as Foxboro, like I said, does what it's supposed to do.
Jordan Collins with a nice shot, a little bit long. Shakira hustling, almost gets to the rebound.
Yeah.
So it looks like Abby Hassman back in for Shakira. Enjoyed Lizzie Davison as well. No good. Chelsea Gibbons with a rebound. Liz Davis back at point guard now.
One thing I like too is that they've got interchangeable guards here. They bring a little bit something different, each one of them, but they can handle the ball and they can keep this offense moving.
No, short. That ball's short.
Well, White's got 4. When she's on defense, I'd drive on her.
Yeah. Wild shot there for Waz with the rebound. Wow, looking dangerous pass. That's a dangerous pass right there. They're trying to get it out the scales, but.
Oh, she likes that
nice
back.
Move.
She likes the crossover, doesn't she?
She's got that nice. Oh, that steals the ball right away from Yara.
Well, they're keeping possessions alive right now.
Scales trying to do a little too much flash, though, I think.
Might be a little bit.
Yeah, she does like that move, like you said, Mark. She tries to go behind the back a lot. Oh, they got a foul on Hashman, but I'll tell you, White was just falling down. I think she tripped over her feet. Now we're at the 1-and-1.
I think that's 3 on Abby.
I think you're right.
And they are in the 1-and-1 now.
This is a foul shot. And they got a foul on Fawaz. So here's the foul that they called on Abby. She fell down. She fell down, and they called a foul. That's what I thought happened. I'm glad the guys in the truck or in the studio proving me right once again.
Well, we've got a timeout with 5:27 left. Foxboro up 44-29. I'm not really worried about this, but if I'm Lisa and I'm sitting there and talking to the kids right now, I'm telling them to be a little bit more precise. Work the ball around for the good shot. If they can't get the transition going, work for the good shot. Don't force something up fast. And have your rebounders in place. Have somebody out there who can get that long rebound off the other side if they have to.
Right. It's funny, too, because I'm looking at the box score so far. The first 3 quarters, pretty consistent for Foxboro. 15, 15, and 14 in the quarters. Mm-hmm. But you look at Walpole, 3, 9, and then 15. So they're surging. But like you said, Mark, I think that with a 15-point lead for Foxboro with about 5.5 minutes left, they're going to have to probably start hitting some threes to really get back into this game. And they haven't hit them tonight at all.
I would also like to see them try to drive on White. She's their tallest player, probably their most experienced front court player as well. And they can get her out of the game. That's a good advantage.
Yep. So Scales with a foul shot. Front end of a 1-on-1. Rattles in and out. That has been the story for Walpole tonight. They must be thinking like this. There must be a lid on these rims for them.
Good rebound by Abby.
Lizzie Davis launches a 3, no good. But Abby has been trying to get the rebound. Good shot though there. She faked the shot. Girl went by her.
Definitely a good opportunity.
Just didn't fall. So looking to rotate. Here comes Scales. Dish. There you go. Another 3 from the side. In and out again.
Boy, I tell you.
Catant with a rebound. And they did get the foul there. I don't know who they call the foul on. Number 3?
Well,
No, that's for us. So.
Well, I think maybe that.
Oh, they got a jump ball, I guess. I thought there was a foul. I thought it looked like they called a foul.
Well, they got Yao with 4 up on the clock.
Scales a long 3, but Shakira with a great rebound. And now you just got to settle it down, find a good shot here. Get it down low. There you go.
I can see them trying to take a little bit of air out of the ball, and that makes Walpole work hard on defense.
Chelsea launches a 3. Oh, just off the side. Oh, Shakira. Oh, they got a foul on Shakira.
Yeah.
She reached in there. You know, if you can get that ball clean, it's not a bad play, you know, but that's tough. Now you're getting close to bonus here.
The Rebels are going to kind of kick themselves a little bit after this one, I think. They're not shooting very well at the foul line either.
No, they're not.
And I mean, you saw this game, and I was here. That Mansfield, you know, went, what, 16 for 32 at the line, and that 59-50 loss to the Warriors. You get that many opportunities, you got to hit more than 16.
Right, and misses the front end of the 1-and-1. So that's the thing. I mean, you've been around basketball a long time, Mark. You know, you got to hit your foul shots late in the game.
And most of the time, I really feel the girls are better at it than the boys. They work harder at it.
Travel. Oh, nice block by Lizzie Davis.
Lizzie did a great job. Let's see if she can get in there. She's going to get.
And, oh, no foul there. Wow. Abby Hassman. Now they call the foul. Wow.
I'm a little surprised that Lizzie didn't get a foul shot out of that.
Wow. That was a good block on one end, a good run down there, but great follow by Abby. So here's the block here by Lizzie Davis coming down. Good defense. Steps right and just gets the block right there. And then leads to transition.
And, you know, that's it. You force the ball down and get it down there, and here's good things can happen.
Yeah, like I said, Abby did a great job of following that play, getting that rebound, and then getting the foul. So Shakira coming out.
Hard to believe those are the first points by the Warriors in the quarter, right?
Yeah. And Abby, yeah, the first 2 there. So proud mom sitting there watching Abby's foul shots. Oh, almost a steal there. Oh, double. Oh, looked like a double dribble there. Oh, Lizzie Davis with a steal.
Another good steal by her. Let's get this basket, Lizzie.
Oh, oh she's on the line, too. Wow.
Still.
She
got the steal.
Yeah.
Walpole didn't have the possession to get the basket. So great job. That's what you want. You want to keep them away from the basket right now as best you can.
Number 12 launches. Oh, hits the 3.
Elizabeth Roche.
Her first points of the game. Oh, nice. Breaking some ankles there, Liz Davis. Chelsea Gibbons with the shot. And it, rolls in and out. Oh, but Liz Davis with a rebound and gets fouled.
No, I think they're calling a jump ball on that, I think.
Oh, they got it. Yeah, they got a jump ball in that one. Okay.
Boy, watch this ball just sort of sit on the rim.
Wow, how did that thing just.
Look at the spin right there. It just didn't want to take it in.
But Foxboro retains possession, so that's good. Trying to get the ball in bounds. Quick turnover. Oh, I wouldn't touch her. Gibbons with the foul. Scales throws up a circus shot and gets it. That's that pure athleticism right there by Scales. I think that's Chelsea's 3rd foul. Now we got a 12-point lead here.
Yeah,
so
it's Walpole
cutting it down now.
Yeah, it might be getting a little tense, but.
Scales misses the foul shot. Abby Hassman with the rebound. We got 3 minutes left in the game. Foxboro with the 12-point lead. Looks like they're doubling.
No, boy, they're aggressive right now.
And here comes a 3, and misses it. But nobody. Yara gets the rebound.
Knocked out of her hands.
Scales, I'll tell you. You said it earlier, Mark. You really got to love her hustle and her dedication and desire.
She's really putting everything she has into it. We got a timeout here now. 2:47 left.
Yeah, I think Lisa just wants to settle them down. But I'll tell you, Scales, man, she is not going to quit, and you love seeing that in high school sports or any sport. Just that determination.
Well, the Rebels are on a 7-2 run here to open this 4th quarter, and It's a good test for Foxboro. I mean, Walpole actually has been boosted up to Division I now in the tournament. In fact, they were eliminated last year by Braintree, which was Division I state champion, obviously. A very great program that they have going on up there in Braintree. But, you know, there's always been a bit of a good rivalry between the schools, even though they haven't seen each other a lot over a few years. I would love to see them keep scheduling them as a non-league game. I think that would be great.
So here we go. Here's a situation. We got Foxboro has a 46-34 lead with 2:47 left in the game. Walpole's done a great job holding down Foxboro. Foxboro has 2 points in the quarter versus the 7, like Mark just mentioned. So Foxboro's having a hard time getting that ball in. They get 3 girls on Malika.
And she's only got 1 basket in this second half.
And another turnover. So Walpole just tenacious on that defensive end.
Well, they're putting it all out there right now. They know they have no choice other than that.
And the 3 does not fall, but Scales with a rebound. The shot again, another 3, but no good.
And they're getting the rebounds, too.
Lisa's looking for the rebound. Scales trying to drive. A little floater, but no good. Fawaz with a rebound. Scales looks exhausted.
I'll tell you, they are really working as hard as they can right now. I just don't know if they can sustain it. They keep getting turnovers, though. 2 minutes left.
Nice play by Fawaz. Oh, looked like it went off of Walpole's leg. Looked like Yara slapped that down. Here's a replay. Let's see. Yara slapped it down, and it looked like it went off of her leg, but no, it was Malika.
Yep.
Okay, I thought Fawaz hit it, but it was Malika.
Walpole's got White back in there now, so they're going all in for these last 2 minutes.
Nice move. Can't hit the shot, but they're just watching. Yara gets the rebound.
Yeah, Foxboro's got to be a little bit more aggressive on the boards, too. They're just sort of standing around letting the ball drop into their hands.
That's a foul right there.
There was some contact. Nice pass.
Great look.
And a good block by Scales.
Some of these fouls here, I mean, you're getting bodied over here in the corner here. They don't call it.
Sometimes you would see a game like this and there'd be 40 fouls called.
Yeah.
There was some contact there. No question about it.
Yeah, but Foxboro's definitely been struggling a little bit with the pressure that Walpole has been applying tonight.
Well,
that's over the back, and they didn't call it. Again, reaching right over the top. Scales.
No look pass.
No good.
They keep battling for these rebounds. Off the floor mostly, but
Scales hasn't really hit that shot. In and out. And White ball. White battling.
If nothing else, Foxboro comes away from this game with a very good test and something that they'll need when the Hockomock League Davenport Division games and when they start playing some of the Kelly Rex teams too. They need this. They need to be. They've had it fairly easy.
This will probably be a very good test versus when they play Franklin. Because I know Franklin. In the Hawk 5, they're ranked number 1. Foxboro ranked number 2. I think that's not till later in the season, but Franklin's a real big powerhouse, and this is going to be, like you said, Mark, a very good test for the teams like that. Oliver Ames.
In fact, Mansfield is playing Franklin on Friday night at Franklin, and. Mansfield struggled to put the ball in the hole. I've seen a lot of them this year. They are a good team that can't score at this point. So Franklin has got obviously the big kid back, Allie Brigham. She's very good. That's going to be a test for every other team in the league.
So that's a 4th foul on Davis. Looks like Mansfield's in the double bonus now. So Roach will have 2 shots. But we got minute 5 with a 46-34 lead for Foxboro. And hits the first one.
Warriors have got to score on this next possession. Yeah. It's not that close yet, but I think they just want to do it for their own sense of well-being.
Misses the shot. Good. Got to grab that rebound.
You got to get to that ball.
Davis with a good rebound there. Gets it over to Haspin. Fawaz dribbling up.
And she's definitely fouled.
Yeah, they get the foul on that one.
I think that's on Griffin. Yep, that's her first.
So Fawaz going to the line. Again, it's only a 1-on-1, though.
Now, she's got 13 on the night, and they could use a couple more from her. Just we're in the last minute of play, so.
Scales gonna, a wild shot. Good defense there by Davis. And Malika gets fouled, so now that's what they're gonna do. And that's not the person you want to put on the line right
no.
now.
What was she shooting coming into this game? I think it was
90-something percent.
Oh, my goodness.
So Malika taking a one-on-one here with an 11-point lead.
96.4% in this season. For her career, 82.8%. And add to that.
Yeah. So hits the front end of the one-on-one. Puts Foxboro up by 12 with about 50 seconds left in the game. And hits the second. So Scales bringing the ball up, looking to get it down low. Wild shot there.
Yeah,
Davis with a rebound.
They never got that kid out of the game, though, amazingly.
Yeah. Davis did a good job there just bringing the ball up and, you know, controlling that ball, and now she's going to the line. It should be for 2 now because now they're in the double bonus.
Yep. Well, this will be a good thing for to send Foxboro back into Hockomock League competition. I believe they're at Milford on Friday night.
That is correct. And Milford, you know, 0-3 in the league, 0-4 overall. So they're struggling so far this year. Davis hits the first one.
There we go, Lizzie.
So Milford lost a lot of seniors last year. Yeah, so I know a lot of the people in Milford, and I know that they're probably struggling because it's a younger team.
Good
Davis
job.
hits the second of 2.
Brings the Warriors up to 50 points in this one. A little bit below their average, but they'll take it. It's a W.
Scales drive and dish. And they just haven't hit those 3-pointers. Scales with a nice rebound and putback.
Oh.
I think Walpole calls a timeout with 27.8 seconds left, but Foxboro with a 13-point lead. You know, I think Foxboro, like I said, have been having problems getting the ball in bounds. So I think Walpole going to put a lot of pressure on them. If Foxboro gets the ball in, they just got to hit their foul shots. I mean, 13 points, Mark, like you said, it might be a little too much for Walpole to come back, but you got to hit your foul shots. And luckily, we're in the double bonus.
Well, it wouldn't be quite. It still would be a Foxboro win, even if they had hit all of their foul shots.
Yeah.
But it would be close. I think they missed either 9 or 10. And you know, like I said, we saw that hurt one team in here in this gymnasium earlier this year. So it's something. It seems like such a hard thing to do sometimes, but it's the same shot, 16 feet away, no defense.
Yep. Yeah, it's interesting.
Of course, I never could hit them.
Yeah.
And I would be the last person to claim to know what I'm doing out there. But, you know, these kids are usually so good at it. And obviously, Caitlin Malika is probably one of the best at it right now. So.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, I'm just looking at, so like Jill White in the third quarter, she hit 4 out of 5. But in the fourth quarter, 0 for 3. You know, Scales 0 for 2. You know, hitting the foul shots. So getting the ball into Malika. Smart play. And now Caitlin going to the line. Going to the line for 2. So 25 seconds here, 50-37 lead. Walpole definitely in this quarter has made it a very interesting game. You know, I think got Lisa a little bit nervous. Foxboro was getting a little bit sloppy handling that pressure. But Malika hits the first of 2. But I will say, the resiliency of Foxboro, they never panic.
No.
Even though that they were struggling a little bit, they never panicked. They still, you know, made some good passes. Some shots were good shots. They just didn't fall. You know, and they still continue to play their game.
Malika up to 12 points in this contest.
Scales drive and dish. And Walpole just cannot hit the shots.
Yeah. So many times she's dished off to players who had open shots, and they couldn't get it. I got to give... If this were a hockey game and I was giving 3 stars, I'd definitely at least give Scales one of them.
Yeah, and she's got some great moves, great ball handling skills. She tries, but
a lot of intensity out there too.
Yeah, I mean, you know, maybe instead of always dishing off, maybe she should try to take those shots. Malika again with the foul shot hits it. You know, maybe that's something that the coach will work on and just say, hey, try to finish those drives. But Foxboro's defense has been collapsing in on her, so she doesn't have a clear path to the basket.
You know, Malika's hitting her foul shots. I think that is 8 for 8 in this contest.
I see again, Scales dishes it out. And number 23 hits that one, Dundon. Davis gets the ball into Fawaz with 2 seconds left.
That's a W, and that's what they want.
At the end of the day, I think that's all that Lisa cares about. Well, no, that's not true. I know Lisa's going to.
Well, she'll definitely drill them on some of the things that maybe she's not that happy about, but
she'll definitely take the win.
They still come away now at 5-0, coming back into Hockomock League competition. That's a good place to be.
Yeah, and coming off, like you said, coming off the break, you had the Hopkinton game, which was, I think mentally that was a big game for them because it was a rematch of the state championship, the Division II state championship, and you came out and just blew them away by 40 points. So now coming into this matchup against Walpole, they're back at school after a long break, Christmas holiday, New Year's holiday, coming back in, looked a little rusty early on, but again, they were pretty consistent when we talked about 15 in the first, 15 in the second, 14 in the third. Ended up with 10 in the fourth quarter. So
and all of those at the foul line, right?
Yeah. I mean, Moloch, exactly. Yeah, I don't think there was one shot that they hit. But then again, don't think they needed to because they had a 17, 18-point lead. They just needed to control the tempo of the play, control the ball. Like I said, I think Lisa will be happy with the win, but she'll use this as a teaching experience to say certain things that we need to work on, maybe handling the pressure a little bit better.
One kid I want to obviously tip my cap to is Chelsea Gibbons. She's not the leading scorer. Actually, Caitlin Mollica had 14, I believe, but Gibbons had 13. She had those 2 big three-pointers in the third quarter. And like I said, I like what I've seen from her so far this year. She's really come back and made that next step up as a player. And it's versatility, too. I mean, she's got that outside shot. She can do that. She can run the team from the point if she has to. Yep. Nice effort by her. Certainly, Yara Fawaz, great job by her. I think she ended up with 13 as well. So, and she was very active, especially early in the game. That she had a great first quarter, working hard, getting the shots, getting the second chance shots that they needed.
Yep.
Foxboro had to put a lot of things together that maybe they won't have to do in some of their games this year because they ran into an opponent that was almost as athletic, almost as quick as them, especially on defense. That's the kind of challenge you need if you're going to continue to work towards getting back into the tournament.
Absolutely.
And hopefully making a challenge for another championship.
Yep.
I won't rule that out.
Yeah.
I like what I've seen in these Warriors. I would never have thought that with all of the graduation losses they had, that they would be 5-0 right now. So Lisa's doing a great job. The kids are working hard. They're showing that the lessons that they've been given, they're learning and they're executing.
Yep.
I think they've got to feel good about themselves, but also keep working.
I think the one staple you see, and you see this in Lisa's teams constantly, is that defensive pressure.
Yep.
And like I said, I mean, Scales ended up with 17 points, but she started off. They held it at 1 point in the first quarter. She heated up a little bit in the second quarter, with I think 7, but 3 of those were foul shots. Then they had 5 and 4. So they did a pretty good job on Scales, and that's their best player. She still got 17, but she could have had close to 30.
Well, I was just thinking that the number of opportunities she had, and so many of them were really good looks. And she dished the ball off at times when, like you said, there were times when maybe she could have kept going to the basket and take that shot, but she kept going out looking for somebody else who might have had a better or less contested shot. I like what I saw from her. Kind of glad Foxboro's not going to see her again.
Exactly. So I know. On the wrap up, we'll be having an interview with Lisa Downs, and usually Lisa will bring another one of the players out with her. We don't know which one it is yet. I'm assuming this is just me thinking out loud. It could be either Yara or Chelsea. I think will be the mystery guest that we have. But we'll leave here right now with a 54-40 victory against a hard fighting Walpole team. For Mark Davis and Mark Farinella here, Foxboro Cable Access. We'll be back very shortly with Lisa and one of the players. Thank you. All right, well, welcome back. We're here with Coach Lisa Downs and Chelsea Gibbons, the star of the game. What a way to start the new year, Lisa. Hard-fought game against Walpole, 54-40 victory. I'm going to throw it out there. So what did you see that Walpole was doing to give you guys some trouble? Because offensively it was a little bit lower than your normal average. But so what was Walpole doing to kind of give you some of those struggles?
They're just very physical. And their athleticism is probably something that we haven't quite seen with that many girls. Everyone that stepped on the court was someone that was going to challenge each and every one of the Foxboro girls. But we knew that they were good shooters from the perimeter. We knew that White was the leading scorer in the Bay State League last year, so we really keyed on her a lot. I thought they did a very nice job on her. And we know that Scales is a very, very good point guard. So we were trying to focus a lot of our defensive attention on her, but she still is able to, do a lot of damage. Yep. She's a very, very good player.
Yeah, I mean, Scales, that was one of the things we saw, Mark and I, early in the game, just saying that you can see the athlete that she is, a lacrosse player. But I think defensively, you guys did a great job early on Scales. She was not getting the shots off that she probably normally does. She was dishing a lot, and the other girls weren't hitting the shots.
Right.
So that was helpful, but you guys had great rebounding. Chelsea in their rebounding. Yara Fawaz had a great game in the first half. Even, Shakira getting in their rebounding. So I know that was a big component to help lead the offense. So Chelsea, 13 points tonight, consistent scoring in all three. You had 10 points in the first half. It hit a big three. Watching that was a big three. Late in that, I think it was in the third quarter. Walpole came out with a 7-0 run, and you threw that three out there to stem the tide. Did you start feeling it at that point in time?
Yeah, I mean, I think right after I hit that three, there were a few other plays leading up to it too. We had a little mini run there, so I think we got our momentum back there. Yeah,
it was. So we're going to take a look at one of the 3-pointers. So you go, Lizzie gets it right over to you, and then you just throw it up, and then boom, and then I know there was another one. Here's another one here. This is the one. This is the desperation off the glass. I did hear you call that one, so I know that one does count. So I did hear it. And then, of course, another deep three right here. So it was good that, it looked like you felt like you had the rhythm going, which was good.
Yeah.
And as a captain, I think that, you put it on your back for this game and just said, no, it's time for me to step it up. And you did a great job with that.
Thank you.
Yeah. So, Lisa, going into, I know Milford we got on Friday, probably going to be a little bit of a different game than what you had versus Walpole. I know they graduated a few seniors. I think they're 0-4 in the league, 0-3 in the Hawk right now. Is that something where you look at that and say it could be a trap game because you came off a hard-fought game versus Walpole and thinking, well, we got Milford now.
Right, and it's it's an easy trap to fall into that you just look at someone's record and think that will reflect what you're going to see on the court. But the challenge for us is to really focus on the things that we needed to improve on from tonight, and really make sure that we bring those to the court in Milford on Friday night. So, and the girls know. I asked them in the locker room, who thought they could have done better tonight, and they all raised their hands.
Yeah.
And so it's not just me demanding more of them. Because I know how much they're capable of, but they know too.
Right.
So.
Right. So do you feel that there was a little bit of a New Year's hangover with the team, or has the energy been there for practice?
I mean, it has been, but it is hard to practice that many days in a row. So I try to mix some things up to keep it fresh, but it's difficult. But they, Chelsea and Abby do a nice job of keeping the girls really energized and focused. So.
Right. Well, I think it was a real hard-fought win. I think that this is the type of game, in my opinion, that's going to help you guys down the line.
Absolutely.
Into the tournament next year. Like you said, Chelsea and Abby and Caitlin were here, got a lot of minutes last year. The rest of the girls, not so much. This is the type of game I think that helps them, some of the bench players as well, just to kind of get those minutes and sit there and face that type of defensive pressure.
Yeah.
So, but I think overall the team did a phenomenal job. The guys pulled out with a victory. I love this team, never gives up, and you could see that dedication and commitment in this game. So I think it was a great victory. I don't know, Lisa, do you have any parting thoughts on this game?
No, I'm just proud of these girls, and I love coaching this team because they do want to. They know that they are capable of so much more than what people maybe thought they would be bringing to the season. This at this point, but I always knew it was there. Chelsea always knew, and we just said, we'll just wait till everybody else recognizes the fact that we're going to be okay.
Absolutely, and I think you and I talked earlier before the season started, and just in some of these tournaments, I'm like, wow, Foxboro's a pretty good team, and you're like, no, we don't want the world to know that. Because everybody thinks with the players that were lost last year, but they forget you're still here as the coach. You still got Brian as the assistant, and you got people like Chelsea and Abby and Yara and some of these girls. So I know as a coach, and I know watching this team that you guys are going to be another formidable team this year. So, you know, watch out Hockomock. Again, you know, knock on wood, we don't want to jinx anything, but I think that, you know, like I said, this is going to be a very good test for you guys going down the stretch. But Chelsea, again, 13 points today. I don't know how many rebounds you had, but I know it was quite a few. And you did a great job defensively as well. So,
she did.
You know, congratulations on a hard-fought win.
Thanks.
So, that, you know, that's it for Foxboro Cable tonight. I want to thank Lisa Downs and Chelsea Gibbons for coming over and having the interview. And we're in Milford on Friday, so we won't see you next home game.
Oliver Ames next Tuesday.
Oliver Ames is going to be a good battle against Oliver Ames. So we'll see you next Tuesday here with Foxboro Cable Access. Have a good night.
Thank you.
Free by Chelsea.
Oh, I know what you're saying.
Oh, nice steal by Yara Fawaz. Looks like she might be going coast to coast and makes a shot.
There's a kid who's made it.
Chelsea with the 3 and drains it. 25 is in for Yara Fawaz. Abby Haskell takes it to the hole and gets the foul as well. Monaco with the shot. Deep for a 3.
There we go. Freshman. Jen Brown at 17.1 as a freshman. Ashley Sampson there would bring other players in with her.
Jordan Collins with the steal, gets the layup and in.
Very
Casey
smart
Davis trying
play.
to drive, gets it back to Chelsea. Got to put it up. And hits!
What a shot.
And it's a 3!
Oh, nice.
Got to shoot the ball. Nice pass.
Right there.
Oh, beautiful look by the 3 Walpole Rebels back. Malika stops for a 3 and hits a 3!
Chelsea
I don't know. Taking the half-court shot. Fawaz, it hits it!
It's a great shot.
Yara Fawaz at the buzzer!
Wow.